A mirror's eye. Stand back, everyone. Just getting close would corrupt mortal flesh.
You were partly right. The sickness in the port is demonic, but it's spreading from the church, from here.
My sisters in the High Father would never stray so far.
It doesn't matter why or what they were doing. What matters is stopping them and saving the port.
I did it. I can feel the corruption inside me.
What just happened?
It spoke to me, told me to touch it. I could see my sisters toiling over the bodies of rebels they'd abducted. But the bodies were conjoined. They were building weapons of flesh. It doesn't make any sense.
This thing was a mirror's eye. They show you what you need to see. The price is a flesh sacrifice.
Still, what does the image mean? Hey, Coruscant. You alright?
I feel powerful. The corruption of the mirror's eye didn't hurt me. It filled me.
Your markings glowed.
They're from when I was marked pure. They are sigils of protection etched upon my skin by Mother Jeanne herself. But I've never heard of them reacting to demonic curses like this. Something's different.
Can you walk?
I feel like I can fly. Like his holy eye has opened inside me.
Flying sounds tempting, but let's stick to walking for now, okay?
No, not after we've come so far.
Coruscant, stop!
Come on, Ori.
I can't wake him. I can't wake any of them.
I admire you, Coruscant. In Nevendar, compassion takes bravery.
Being near you continues to have its effect on me. Do me a favor. Pray with me so that these souls might find the four heavens.
It would be an honor.
Nirian Belental, Harvat Moran Kal Elden, Kirmor al Nevendar.
Yermor al Nevendar. You're not like typical Veil soldiers. How did you come to serve them?
I don't know who I was before. Being marked pure sheds your former self. You find a new name, a new path, a new skin.
After everything you've seen, you still cling to your faith.
It protects me from corruption. It heals what I touch. It's a part of me.
We may be together for a long time. You sure you're ready for that?
I'm nervous. My path has always been one of healing, and yours cannot be walked without confronting death, or causing it. But I'm ready.
We should leave this place. The Lowe's. Home.
Ah, it hasn't changed a bit. Not even the smell. Dad!
By the four heavens, look at you. You're adults.
We are. And you're?
Fat? Now, what can I say? Retirement's been kind. And who's this?
Ah, I haven't changed that much.
Let this old man's eyes adjust, little one. I'm not as quick as I once was.
We'll have plenty of time to catch up later. But first, the message. Where is she?
The elves took your mother in the night. Abducting a single woman from her bed isn't typical elf behavior, even in these times.
Someone must have seen something. Where the elves rode in from? Where they headed?
West, past the River Runia. We've sent scouts, but none have returned.
This is madness. The Empire would never abandon the Lowe's.
The Emperor's dead and the Empire's fallen. The Veil are all that remain. Those that stand against them are left to die.
Tell me you and yours are safe, at least.
We've organized the villages to defend what's left of our lands. The banes of our existence are an undead mana dealer harvesting our dead, and an elven forger thieving and ransacking our armories.
It can't be. Arietis, when I've freed my mother, I'll deal with those two. You have my word. We will save the Lows from invasion, Arietis, but you have to hold off the elves until I know my mother's safe. No, 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 no. Why? What did she do? What god did she offend for this?
I'm so sorry, Abby.
I haven't cried in so long. I'm just grateful you're here. Thank you.
I hate to think I'm interrupting.
Cowan, you're the one leading the charge against the will of the Elven Elders. Why?
You dare ask me that, half-breed? After everything you've taken from me, the Whitelands were my mother's by right. Varantor was my battle to win. Or Mariel was my queen. Mine! You took her. You killed my mother. You took everything from me. So when the Empire retreated, I rode against the will of my people.
All of this death just for vengeance?
Not vengeance. Justice. But we are not even. Suffering is not enough. Your mother's life was not enough. I want your head. Fight me!
No, Cowan. This ends today. I will never forgive you for what you've done, but we cannot keep doing this. The cycle must stop. How long must we fight? Who else must die before enough blood has been spilled?
Now you show pity? After killing my mother? After maiming me at the Battle of Varantor? No. Fight or die!
We can't leave her body here. We have to take her. Wrap her in something, or we can... I don't know. We have to take her away. Bring her home.
We'll take care of it, Abby, trust me. But unless we fight off the invasion, it won't matter what we do for her.
You're right. I know you are. Fine. Arrange for her safe travel to the Tomb of Wills. Then we'll meet Arietis and see what we must do to defend the realm.
You're back. But where's your mother?
She...
I understand. We will give her a proper funeral. On my life, I swear it.
Cowan led the elves here, not the elders. He attacked you to get to me. This is all my fault.
No, this war's driven everyone mad. You're no more to blame for that than I. But we can still do something to put an end to this before more die. We're able to defend what's left of the village, but the elven forces have two other leaders. One is an undead warlock.
Yolamar the Mana Leech. He's not unknown to me. And the other?
A forger from the Whitelands. Whatever armor she can't steal from us, she kills for.
This elven forger. Where is she and what do we know about her?
We've completely lost the lumber mills and forests to the northwest. She attacks from there, but we've been unable to find her so far.
The warlock was feeding the elven warriors tainted mana. That explains how Cowan was able to manipulate them.
And why they fight so cruelly. They'd sooner eat us alive than feed us to their wretched blood trees.
A terror that I hope is now over, Arietis.
The first bit of good news we've heard in a long, long while.
Do what you must to keep the villagers safe. We'll take care of the rest.
We will defend the Lows, but we need aid. The warlock Yolamar and the thieving forger attack us relentlessly.
The forger turned out to be more than meets the eye. She was Katanira's lover.
Katanira. Katanira? The leader of the Vale?
The same.
The elves have been beaten back, but so many have died. I only wish they could have lived to see what a fine warrior you've become.
The Inquisitor Regent?
Your people have been deemed impure. His holy light must burn your filth. Those that will not burn will be washed in blood. Save the Nephilim. She is wanted.
We can hold them off, Avi. Find their leader, that thing, and stop him.
This place is not just walls, not just wood and stone. It is not just a place. This is our home. It is laughter, joy, and love. A home is worth living for, worth dying for. Here, you must make your final stand. Here, you must fight back the darkness. Here, in our home, on this day, we take back what is ours. The Inquisitor Regent's trail ends here. He must be in the tomb. If this is a trap,
If this is a trap, it's not a very good one. We're the Twilight Twins. The Inquisitor Regent should have known better.
all right then. Let's meet our fate together. step away from him.
We spent so long, so many years looking for you. The Nephilim. Katanira dispatched me here. Do you remember?
I remember. My power manifested. They sent troops. My father tried to protect me.
And I killed him for it. The same will happen to everyone you love, even that one there, unless you succumb.
That's what this is about? Allowing the elves to murder hundreds? Invading my home? My mother? All of this just to get to me?
Yes, the Ruler Supreme needs you, and the world needs her. Know that I will not stop. I cannot.
Oh, you will stop. Because I will make you stop.
It does not matter, Nephilim. You cannot kill me. Nothing can. I am damned to be reborn until I serve her will. You cannot free me of this burden with death.
Katanira's wants don't matter. You failed to take me. Again.
She is the change Nevendar seeks. Not you. She must speak the name.
Avi.
I don't understand. My armor reacts to demons harboring Horus' soul. Only once did it absorb another, but that was Varen, an angel.
His sisters missed him. All 17 of them.
I'm only counting 15. Where's Pixis? Aquila?
15. I'm so used to saying 17 that I... We will mourn them tonight. He still has his cousins, aunts, uncles. But my 2 youngest daughters fell in the invasion. Young Aviana, Nevendar has taken so much from you, but it has not taken your strength. Thank you for being here, and for protecting my only son.
My mother's body.
Orion took care of everything. She's at your home waiting for you. Go to her.
The Veil rode in with trained forces. You were outarmed and outnumbered. I don't know if I should be impressed or horrified.
Both! Your speech gave us something to fight for. This is more than a simple realm of the Empire. This is our home.
Before the war, you served the Emperor.
Proudly.
What do you make of the Veil? None of their actions make any sense.
Their zealotry has been part of the Empire since Demosthenes I ruled, though then the Church had different names. As for what their intentions are, you know better than anyone.
That's not very hopeful. I have no idea. If you don't mind, Arietis, I think it's time I say goodbye.
What happened, Avi? It looks like no one's lived here in an epoch.
I don't understand. It's my home. Why was my mother living in squalor? Maybe she was overcome with grief for my father's death, or my leaving. Surely there's some explanation.
You alright, Avi? You can talk to me.
Just a lot of memories. Some good, some not. Hey, my father's forge is just past here. You mind if we stop by?
Hey, Avi, I don't mean to interrupt, but do you recognize that guy?
It can't be. Little Aviana. How happy I am to finally meet you, though you're a bit older than your mother described.
Tell me your name.
No need to be alarmed. My name is Loir. I was Celia's husband. You didn't know. I see. She left something for you. A key. Though I imagine you have some questions for me first.
I didn't realize she met anyone. I left after my father died. My human father, that is.
After his passing, she set up an apothecary. She treated my wounds from a battle against the elves in Etelian. Frankly, her bedside manner was terrible. But luckily for both of us, the fate hand kept us together.
No one told me she'd remarried.
It was years ago. She wrote you a letter, but never had anywhere to send it.
Did she not know of Ilian?
By then, Aviana, by then so much time had passed that she wasn't sure you wanted to hear from her. When our sons left for the war, we hoped they'd one day find you in battle and that they'd send you home. But it wasn't meant to be.
You and my mother had sons? That means I have brothers.
Had brothers. Our eldest died in the rebellion on the Plains of Widows. The other died in the war for Varantor.
It's been so long. I worry I forget what she was like.
Well, she was happy and talked about you always. She was so proud of her daughter. She had a temper, and she wasn't afraid to punch the odd soldier or two in the lip. She refrained from drinking generally, but when she did, oh, she really did. She loved to sing, to dance, and sometimes she'd be so quiet. She'd stare out at the road for hours, hoping to see you ride in.
The house is destroyed.
She moved on, Aviana. What choice did she have? She couldn't spend her days being a custodian of the past, just in case one day you came home. Then, with so many escaping from Varantor, from Etelian, from the path of flesh and flame, she used it to give them shelter.
Did she say what the key's for?
Only that it opens the cellar door beneath your father's old forge. As for what's in the cellar, that's anyone's guess.
Mom?
The chest has been sealed for so long, the air stayed undisturbed, like a ghost.
It was like she was here, even if for a moment. I might be here a while. Do you mind staying with me? Little Aviana, if you're reading this, then you know. Never question the love your father and I had for you. Yes, you were given to us. Yes, we tried to keep you hidden from the veil. But all of that came second to our love for you. It was a love your true mother, Inoel, foretold. You should know that she loves you too. She came many times to see you when you were still a child. To sit by your bed at night. To watch you sleep. Eventually it became too dangerous for her. And I suppose eventually it became too dangerous for all of us. Please come home. There is so much more I have to tell you. Yours forever, Little Aviana. One day I will explain everything. For now, know that your mother and father were fated to be joined together. The essence of her love is entombed in a blade. She asks that, when you're ready, you find the blade and keep it close. Doing so keeps Inoel close, too. Please come home. There is so much more I have to tell you. Yours forever, Little Aviana. The seal you bear is called a seal of angels. It was given to me by your mother, and so I give it to you. Keep it close to your heart, where she belongs. Please come home. There is so much more I have to tell you. Yours forever, It's beautiful.
She's just like I remember her.
Thank you for everything, but especially for this. This is how she deserves to be remembered.
Everyone's planning a celebration, but first we have to host the morning. What will you do with her? Your mom, I mean.
Right. I hadn't thought about it. She lived here. This is her home. We will bury her and mark the grave. Would you help me?
The people of the Lows rise from their mourning as the twin moons rise in the sky. They celebrate the lives of their dead. They celebrate your return and your victory. Still, you stand removed. It would seem that as much as you have changed the world's cruelties have changed you as well.
Hey, Abby. You okay? I know this isn't exactly how we dreamed of coming home.
I love every single person here, and I'm happy to be home. But
Not exactly in the mood for a traditional Lowe's funeral. They do get a little rowdy. But maybe rowdy is what we need.
if I'd known you were so observant, I'd have tried to hide it better.
Abby, save me. My aunts keep insisting I dance, and my blisters have blisters. Get me out of here.
I was thinking the same thing. There's a place I used to use as a hideout when I was a girl. Come, I'll show you.
Oh, by the four heavens. I completely forgot this place existed. What do you remember of it?
It was a home away from home. Have we ever talked about it? What happened during my childhood? I mean, before all this, before I knew I was a Nephilim, I was just a typical girl. My dad was a blacksmith, mother was a merchant. The only times I'd get in trouble were when I'd hang around you. Luckily for me, your love of mischief rubbed off on me. Then one day, a horse in the market bucked. I was startled, and this power burst out of me. The local priestess called it Twilight Power. The Veil were just soldiers for the Church of the High Father back then. They sent holy hands to discover what happened. A man named Grim William told them everything. My father defended me, and in the struggle, they killed him. I only know what happened next from stories I've been told. That the power burst from my hands again, that I killed the holy hands. After losing my father, I knew no one would be safe. We fled, taking small contracts just to pay for food. We'd earned the title the Twilight Twins. Not my idea, but the name brought fame with it. Even though we were forced to leave, I always wanted to come home. Always. But to come home meant I'd put my mother in jeopardy. Had I known that this is how it would end... well, that's enough about my past. Let's talk about us instead.
I mean, I think about it all the time, don't you? Being a parent, I mean. Imagine baby Avianas running around shooting their weird purple magic. Do you want to be a mother?
I would one day, when I'm ready. Though, I don't think anyone's ever really ready.
Abby,
Good morning.
So it is. I mean, that was amazing. I mean that. I've never felt this way before. Ever. Are you... all right?
My feelings. I feel the same. I feel more, even. You've awoken something inside me that I didn't know was there.
What have the undead done to this place?
High Father, preserve us. These poor people.
For new forests to thrive, the old, diseased growth is burnt away. Mortis grows a new world here.
All this senseless death, Mortis and her horde will pay.
Senseless? To you, perhaps. The lamb you slaughter for your meal does not understand that your needs are greater than its own. It does not need to.
You! You are the one who brought chaos to this place!
The Reaper? You were the one extorting Oods and the farm folk.
I taxed to protect these people! I kept these lands stable! You are the ones who threw it into chaos!
Don't justify your thievery to me.
And what about you? You take more than I did, but you killed before you robbed the corpses! Thief! Murderer!
You prefer the company of sharp-eared savages and scaled worms to your own kind!
Baron Gaultier, I thought we killed you.
In life, I was surrounded by traitors. But in Mortis, all are loyal. All work towards the inevitable.
We're going to kill you again. You can talk more first if you want, but just so you know where this is headed.
You will learn to serve!
Servant of madness.
Ori, stay back. That's Onfroy, the one who sent us to hunt the White Dragon Ankh. Or it was him.
You welcome madness. First with that worm tearing at the minds of men, and now allowing Mortis to ravage this land.
It's slightly more complicated than that.
Allow me to simplify it. Die, you craven lunatics!
The Church of the High Father's gone, destroyed, but it looks like it was collapsed from the inside.
High Father, watch over us.
Good. If they barricaded themselves inside, it might mean that whoever's in there is still alive.
Liberator!
I'm pleased to see the rebels and Vale working together, though I wish it were under different circumstances. Though we've all had our differences, the time has come for us to unite. Let us help you.
Hard to believe you're the same rough, young warrior I first saw ride through the fields of Atelian. Very well. Our blessed priestesses are preparing a ritual to seal the last way into the Hail.
Praise be the High Father we arrived when we did then. You'd never be able to defend them while they toil.
Perhaps I could lend my strength to the priestess's ritual.
The Hail must hold. Without us, these people have no chance.
Why should we help these fools? I say we fling wide the gates and let my queen have them. She's already won here.
Hold the gates! We'll buy these priestesses the time they need.
The soldiers defending the Hail are outnumbered. The Hail is lost!
Retreat! All of you, retreat! Wait! Hold! That's the battle call of the Lows.
My father's clarion call! They don't stand a chance! Avi, ride to them!
Not while we can still save the Hail. Ride to the soldiers there and take back what's been lost. There are children in the keep, defenseless civilians. The undead will feast upon them too. Forget the soldiers and do it for those that need us most.
Avi, it's my father! Those warriors are honoring their oaths by protecting the people!
Someone tell those soldiers to get inside the keep. We ride for the fields. To Arietis.
We're coming, Father.
These people are going to die. Horribly.
High Father, forgive us.
Keep in formation and sweep the undead before you. We will be the hammer that breaks them upon the anvil of the Lows. Arietis, Hold strong!
Avi? Ori, my boy.
Father, we're here to save you!
I was about to say the same thing.
Join us, Arietis. The hordes are many but scattered. We break through and split. Be the stabilizing flanks as we take the rear. Understood? All right. Regret later, act now. Charge! We've done it! They're falling back!
The Lowe's rises again.
That sound. Do you not hear a beast's roar?
A Dracolich!
Oh, good.
Wazank tastes the fear and the death and spreads the flame. Look at Wazank. Look at the taste of Mortis's thoughts. Dripping, horrible, succulent.
It flies for Equishine. Gods of old wars. We must put out the flames or the whole plane will be lost.
If there's anyone surviving there, I won't leave them to Ank's flame.
We're going to Equishime to face the dragon without reinforcements?
You are a torn thing. Two ragged things made less whole. You came to Wazank because you need wholeness. Mortis and the pulsing dark beyond.
They say dragons are older and wiser than the gods themselves. Prove it! Surely you can see Mortis is controlling your thoughts.
Your mind is harder. Wazank cannot bend you. Wazank cannot taste you. How?
I'm stronger than I was. And you're a pitiful shadow of what you were.
Fool. Waste of churning thought. Wazank is more than Ankh, more than you. More and more growing, oozing. Wazank must first break your bones, drink your marrow, then Wazank will taste your thoughts and know your end.
Well, we won. And not quite everything is destroyed. So, hooray?
Seems the fires are dying too. Let's head back to the Castle Hale and see who survived. The Lowe's were called upon, and they answered. Without them, we never would have survived that battle.
We've suffered, but we'll survive. We always do.
Mortis is not a tender queen.
High Father, guide the departed to the four heavens.
What did all this accomplish? Anything? Nothing? Everything? High Father, give me the wisdom to understand this war.
To survive this war, one must live as a beast lives.
Dragons and men, elves and trees, all things hurt and die. We can't help Mortis by hurting each other, killing each other.
High Father, why? We are taught that your silence speaks, but I do not understand what you are saying.
Do we know how Mortis gained the power to take the plains?
Her power is mighty, but it isn't that strong. My guess is she had help somehow.
Katanira's actions make no sense. Why abandon the plains and surrender it to Mortis, of all gods?
They say she's focusing her armies elsewhere, but my scouts have yet to find where. Father, warriors of the Lowe's, your sacrifice will never...
The Hale's last gasp was chaos. It will take days before we find all the survivors. Don't lose hope.
He'll recover, Aviana.
His grief is earned. Leave him.
Father, Liberator, you came.
When Sebastian told me you were holding your ground here, we came as soon as we could. I still can't believe you survived the journey.
Only with your help. But even the Hale's not safe. We've organized the civilians of the plains. The farm folk, the millers of the barony, and the survivors of Port Grimard. They're hiding with the outlaws of Atelian. There's no hope to stand against the hordes, so we're organizing their escape.
But you just got here, my boy. The war spans the entire world, and the Hale's walls are as good as any.
Selfless, compassionate, and infuriatingly stubborn. I wonder where Wachlin gets it, Sebastian.
I prefer the term determined to stubborn. Below the castle are a network of old caves and sewers. They're no doubt overrun by undead. So first, we head for my family's ancestral burial stones.
Every ancestor has been revived by Mortis. The burial sites aren't safe.
That'll be the plan. Trust me, both of you. Wachlin, remain with the people. Keep them safe. Aviana, let's set off for the burial. I'll explain more when I'm there.
I can't imagine the journey from Atelian was easy.
It was not. We sailed the Fergal River under the cover of night. We were under constant siege. We were attacked, robbed, and worse. Much worse. We abandoned our ships and hid in the ruins of Triel. Food was scarce. The people were growing mad. Without food or water, we marched through the mountain pass to Point Hope, and from there hired merchant ships to bring us here. If it weren't for Sebastian's ring, they'd never have taken us, and we'd never have survived.
But you're safe now, boy. You're safe.
Assuming this plan works, where will you go?
To Ilion. The people want a land they can call their own one day. But for now, we need you. South of the Great Sleeping Lake is Calderia. The land there is easy to traverse, and it's been overlooked by war. From there, we'll sail east, to you and to freedom.
No one knew about these secret passages. Not the Prior, not the priestesses, and yet you do.
When I was a boy in this castle, I was destined to be king, and desperate to be anything else. So I explored, and when I found those secret passages, they became a welcome respite from royal buffoonery.
I'm trusting you, Sebastian. We'll go to the burial site of your ancestors. In the meantime, keep the people safe, Wachlin.